Hi, this is Drew Thomason from Dell. This demo is going to take you through the migration of two virtual machines from VMware to OpenShift. We're going to use a software copy for one of them, which is the GA version, and we're going to use the offload for the other one, which is the tech preview. Let's take a look at the environment. First, we're going to start with PowerFlex Manager. You'll see here I have three different hosts for my OpenShift environment based on the blog post. This last one here is my VMware environment where I have a single volume mapped to it. This single volume is my data store. So I've come out here. My two virtual machines we're going to copy are both 50 gig, the same virtual machine. I just cloned them. And they're both on that same data store. So we'll clone both of those over into the OpenShift environment. So first thing, let's look at the storage maps. So we have two different storage maps. We have our default. The default has no offload capability. It's simply just the mapping of the data store to the storage class here. And if we look at the other one, which is the offload, we have these offload options here. The Xcopy offload, which is just what it's called, plugin. The storage secret, again, this was covered in the blog post, and the product here. Dell is not the only one listed. There's other storage platforms here. Everyone is tech preview for this, so everyone's in the same position. And as I mentioned, hopefully PowerStore and PowerMax will be added also. I don't know when the product is set to go GA. So let's go and create our migration plans. They're essentially going to be the same migration plan. We'll just call this one software. We're pulling from vSphere, we're putting on our host, and for the project I always use the MTV one so that when I look in Kubernetes I can see where it is. Let's look at the virtual machines here. Here are our two virtual machines. You'll have warnings listed here. These warnings indicate it's powered off and the name is too long. It ignores it anyway. It's not a problem. It's not critical. So let's take the software one first. We'll use a new network map. I haven't set one up because I just allow it to default to the pod network. And we're going to take the software, which is the default. So we'll review that and we'll create that plan, and we'll quickly run through it again for the other one. Again, vSphere, and then host, and target project. Let's go grab our other virtual machine, which is the advanced one. Same network map. And then here we're going to grab offload. Cold migration, just easier to do. Okay, so I have my two plans here. You have to wait for this to validate and then it starts up. I can do these at the same time, so we can issue them right away. Go ahead and start the software. Go ahead and start the offload. If we come out here to our hosts, we can go and look at the volumes. And we'll sort here by the last hour just so we can see what's been created. So here's the two new ones right here. You can tell based on the date here. Right? So both map to hosts on the OpenShift side. However, the offload is also going to end up mapping to the VMware environment. So here where we only see the data store, this will go to 2 because it'll actually have to map it to that in order to run the vmkfs tools command. There, you can see it moved to 2, so now it's copied it, or it's mapped it over. Here you can see the migration status. Software will always jump ahead because all it has to do is start copying data. There's a setup here which this will lag behind. This is the ESXi host. If I come out here and look for vmkf tools, I should be able to see when the process starts here of the copy on the offload. And there it is. So here it's issued the copy job. So it's going to copy that 50 gig VMDK using VMKFS tools like the blog post. And while it's doing this, over here, the software copy is still just copying software based over the network, very slow. So this is going to take a good deal longer to complete. Right? So the disk transfer. And if we look over here, we aren't going to get any updates here. It's not able to go out and find out what VMware is doing and report to us. So it'll always lag here. And then when the copy process completes on ESXi and it unmaps it from that host, all of a sudden this will be done and it will complete. So I usually just watch from the high level here. And here you can watch it and just keep track if you want to. If I pop back out to PowerFlex, you can see it's now back to 1. So the copy job should be done. If I run this again, it's gone. Right, so it's completed the copy process. It's pulled it off of the ESXi host. And so now it's just mapped to, you can actually see it here, it's just mapped to the OpenShift environment. So it's going to complete some more tasks, but you can see it hasn't, it's still 40%. And as I said, it just finishes, it's done. So it completes, succeeded, took 4 minutes, complete that. Let's see how our lovely software is doing. Oh boy, it's still at 60%. And if we come out, we can see here, it's still going. I'm not going to wait here for this to complete. I can tell you it takes about 12 minutes. So it's about 3 times as faster for this size virtual machine. And I say that because it's not a situation where it's 3 times as fast no matter what. Basically, the larger your virtual machine, you end up getting exponential because the copy is so much slower from software. So I did this for a 250 gig virtual machine. It was 8 times faster. So when this offload capability becomes GA, it's going to make a huge difference if you need to migrate a lot of virtual machines from VMware to OpenShift without having to go over the network.